Did you know that if you're considered a bad woman in Saudi Arabia, that you could be taken to a prison for that? This is Saudi Arabia's Darul Ra'iyah system exposed. Hey guys, and welcome back to Somali Christian TV. We are your favorite Somali Ex Muslims, spreading the love of Jesus Christ and exposing all evil. If you're interested to learn more, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the family. If this is your first time hearing my voice, and especially a warm welcome to you. I'm your host Naomi, and let's get into the video. So recently, a shocking article was released by The Guardian. It's something I had never heard of before. And it was Saudi Arabia's horrifying system where the fathers and husbands can throw women into quote-unquote care homes called Darul Ra'iyah for bad behavior. P.S. Excuse my Arabic, I just used Google Translate, so I'm so sorry if it's wrong. But anyway, these care homes are such a secret that there are only 2 pictures from 2013 and no other footage. And here are the photos. These haunting pictures show a woman on a window ledge on the 2nd floor of a building and then her being helped down by men on a crane. But why? What caused her to get to this point? The article shares stories of women who have been taken to these care homes, and what happens there is so shocking. From the article, revealed Saudi Arabia's secretive rehabilitation prisons for disobedient women. It reads, "It is a prison, not a care home, as they like to call it. They call each other by numbers. Number 35, come here. When one of the girls shared her family name, she got lashes. If she doesn't pray, she gets lashes. If she's found alone with another woman, she gets lashes and is accused of being a lesbian. The guards gather and watch when the girls are being lashed." These women are being treated worse than animals. This is so sickening. So what would even get a woman into one of these institutions? Well, according to the article, Saudi Arabia's notoriously secretive jails for women banished by their families or husbands for disobedience, extramarital relations, or being absent from home. And it also says, if you are SA'd or get pregnant by your brother or father, you are the one sent to Darul Ra'iyah to protect the family's reputation, she says. Saudi Arabia has a huge shame culture. If a woman is found to bring shame to her family, she's sent away and locked up in these institutions, sometimes for years. I found a video of a woman who had been to one of these institutions, and she explains this.
من أسوأ الأشياء اللي شفتها يا إسماعيل جوا السجن هو زنا المحال. أب يغتصب بنته، ولما البنت تتكلم يكذبوا البنت ويصدقوا الأب ويدخلوا البنت السجن وتنجلد كمان.
And what about if they want to leave? Can they leave? Well, no. From the article, it says this. These women have no one. They could be abandoned for years, even without committing a crime, says a Saudi women's rights activist who wishes to remain anonymous. The only way out is through a male guardian, marriage, or jumping off the building. Old men or former convicts who did not find a bride would look for a bride in these institutions. Some women would accept this as the only way out. Think how horrendous these institutions must be for those to be the only options out. These institutions are so inhumane. But more inhumane to me are the laws of male guardianship. This is why these women can't just leave. Male guardianship in Saudi Arabia means that a grown woman is not in control of herself. There's no, she's 18, so she's an adult, she can choose what she wants to do with her life. No. They are effectively children in the eyes of Saudi Arabian laws. When she's married, it transfers from her father to her husband. To me, it should be called male ownership rather than guardianship. But this is what's outlined in Islam. In Quran 4:34, it says, "Men are in charge of women because Allah hath made one of them to excel the other." And the tafsir, which is the explanation and clarification of the Quran by the scholars, says this. Men are in charge of, they have authority over, women, disciplining them and keeping them in check. And that is what they're following. From ALQST, a human rights organization, in their document, Girls and Women's Care Institutions in Saudi Arabia, Darul Ra'iyah, it says this. The male guardianship system, a legal framework that treats adult women as minors, continues to negatively affect all aspects of women's lives and severely restrict their fundamental liberties. It doesn't matter the age. The woman is always effectively owned by a male. And this is the truth of how women are treated in Saudi Arabia. It continues with this. It says, reforms have been announced supposedly to protect women from abuse, but they lack adequate means of enforcement, leaving many women trapped in abusive relationships. Disobedience by a woman towards her male guardian, could be father, husband, brother, or even son, also remains a crime, effectively rendering her new freedoms null and void if her male guardian objects. This part reminds me of Quran 4:34 as well. The part where it says, "As for those from whom ye fear rebellion." And the tafsir is even worse. It says, "And those you fear may be rebellious, disobedient to you." Right? Disobedience. Is she a dog? I mean, it really baffles me. No country should run based on this backwards religion. And the last part also says this. While a woman may now be legally entitled to apply for her own travel document and study abroad, she can be stopped by her male guardian from leaving the country if he files a case against her for disobedience or absconding. So an abusive husband or father or any male in charge of the woman can stop her from escaping the country easily, and from escaping their custody as well by throwing them into one of these care homes. Clearly, this is a huge secret that Saudi Arabia is keeping and doesn't want the world to know, especially now that they're trying to open up and they have all of these performances to show that they are reformed and modernized. But there is still so much that they need to do. Saudi Arabia has so much potential. You know, they're hosting the next World Cup, and it could be a tourism hub, which is what they want for their Vision 2030. But they need to modernize properly and reform these institutions and free the women. If you're Muslim and you're watching this, I pray that God opens your eyes to see the truth of your religion. Please leave Islam and follow Jesus. You will be set free. Like it says in John 8:36, "Therefore, if the Son makes you free, you shall be free indeed." Amen. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, and God bless you. Thank you so much to our patrons and PayPal supporters for making this video possible. And if you enjoyed this content and would like to support us, please don't forget to check out the links down below. And don't forget to leave a like, a comment about what you think, and subscribe. As always, guys, take care. I love you. Bye.